Happy Friday. Got a cute little project here for you I think you'll like. What I did was I made this set last week, just, fooling around, how you take a little time for yourself and you try something new and all that. So I made this cute set of earrings and necklace. They're not perfect matches, but it's the same type of thing. So, I sold it, as it says, it's been sold already actually. But everybody loved it. I love wearing it because it's super easy to wear. And I thought, well, it might be kind of nice to talk about this today and put one together, show you how I did it, and then you can go off and do it your ways. It's common parts that, we use a lot. I've got some long head pins here. I don't have the eye pins. Head pins. Where'd you go? Already I've lost them. Figured, no, here they are. I got some 4-inch head pins here. Didn't have the eye pins, so we'll just make those into eye pins, and I'll show you how in case you don't quite get that, understand that. No big deal. Everybody has to learn. But anyway, what I did is I used these little check birds. They're kind of chunky glass, or check glass, and we have them on the website. We have a lot of them. They just make the cutest little pendants and earring motifs and so forth. So I used them, but I also used a little wooden spool. And this is eyelash Sari, which is like super, super, super frayed edges. That's what that is. And I just wrapped around. And I thought kind of like the way the little bird was sitting, because this was so fringy, it kind of almost looked like he's sitting on a nest or something. I don't know. That's my thought. So I made, I put all this stuff on the one eye pin that I made out of a head pin. And then I hung a little bottom thing to it, which this is check. We have this at the website. We have these melon beads at the website. We have these darling, darling, darling little rondelles with the opaque turquoise and black, which are super, super hard to find. I had to order them and wait 4 months to get them. I don't mean 4 months, just 4 months. Like a long time. That's what I mean. Anyway, they finally came, and we still do have some, but I would say if you like them, get them. Do not wait. Because they too were check, and the thing about check stuff is, as you know, when you see it, buy it, because it may not be the same next time. Just is the way it is. Okay, so you need a little bird bead. If you want to do this, you can do it with any other kind of bead you want. You need some ratty Sari, some fringe Sari, really frayed, and a little check heart. That's what I did here. And then I had these. Now, the only thing I do not have at the website are these paisleys, because they were a manufacturer's sample that was sent to me, and I didn't really know if I liked them or not, so I didn't order them. So they gave me some to try, and I'm like nuts about them, so we'll have them eventually here. And these little pinch beads at the top, I think we still have some in aqua, but not very many. Other than that, everything's there. This cord is there, like this cord. It's 2mm leather. Okay, I like 2mm. It just kind of drapes the best. If I'm gonna make a bracelet, I might go, into a thicker one. But for making a necklace, I like this best. Not a bracelet, a necklace. That's the best way. Okay, so let's just, have at it and see what happens. Let's see if we can put one together, okay? Now, here's what I did. I was sitting here waiting for Javi because she was in the middle of a project and I needed to wait. I think you can just see that I just did the bird on here. I mean, it's not like rocket science or anything, but I'll put one together just because I can. So what I'm going to do, because all I got is, all I have are head pins. I'm just going to quickly cut that off, and so now I have a piece of wire. And I love it this way. I wish I could get brass ox wire on a spool that looked like this, but it's always glossy. Why that is, I don't know. If I want to get this nice matte brass ox wire, it seems like what I have to do is just buy head pins as long as I can and make it work, But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it work. So I'm going to go down about this far. You see, it's maybe 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to turn it and just do my thing like I normally do, turn it over, because I like to make the wrapped you know, ones. And I'm not going to get too much on this wrap because there's not a lot of room. But I think I'll turn it this way. I'll do what I can. How's that? Okay, that'll work because it's not going to show that much anyway. Now, you know, you get it too short like that, it gets a little bit hard to turn it. So now I'm going to get that nipped off as close as I can. Let's see how well I did. So I don't want that sticking out because what it'll do is it'll jag somebody or snag their clothing or whatever, and that's not going to be a bit good. No one likes that. So I'll just find that little edge and I'll push it in. And then for sake of time, I might want to do a little bit better than that. I'll come back later and catch that rather than make you wait while I do it. Okay, so how's this go? I'm looking at this. There's a melon bead up at the top of this. So what do I have? Well, I have this thing, and I kind of like it. It's like a rosebud bead, turquoise rosebud bead. So let's use that instead because I can. Just because I can and like it. Okay, so now I use a little rondelle, these wonderful, wonderful rondelles that I love, 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 love. And I was looking for like a bead like I had here, but I really don't see another one sitting here, so I think I will just see if this works. Looks like a little flower going up. Okay, that'll be okay. Now I've got these. These are cool. This is like the coolest color ever. They call it volcano, and what it is underneath, it's like your typical, you know, like this type of thing. But they did a flash coat over top, and it's iridized, and it makes it look like this. And they call that volcano. They do that in beads a lot, especially check ones. Okay, so now I'm going to stick him up on there. All right, so that, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Why not? Okay, let's see. Now, what did I put under there? I have a bead. Berry bead. It's called a berry bead. I don't know if I like that, though. I think it's going to make it too long. So I think I'm going to do this instead. Put this bead up underneath of it. And then I need to put my little nested thing on. Now this is what I had. I had made this one already. And this is a piece of Sari silk like this. And I ripped it. Okay, I always want to rip it because you get that rough edge on it. And that's what we like. We like to see that organic look. So I wrapped this one already. And I'm going to stick it on there just because I can. I don't know if it's my favorite one to use. But it'll work. It'll be okay. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. Let's see, what did I do on this one after? I often look and see, what did I do, you know? So I've got a bone bead and then another little tiny bead. Well, let's see, I don't have any bone beads sitting here, but what do I have? I have, this might be fun. What if we put a happy flower? I'll marry you. Well, he doesn't want to go on. He's rebelling. Okay, so there's a happy flower. That's cute. What do you think? It's cute, huh? Reminds me of when I used to make hat pins, actually. I love making hat pins. Okay, so then I had a little bead to hold it, because a lot of times that's what you want to do, is you want to get a little tiny bead up in there to hold it. And I am not blessed with all the right beads here, so I'm going to just use one of these. This is a little metallized plastic antique gold flower bead. Cute, 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 cute. But I think I want it going the other way because it will hold better. If I get 2 petals up instead of 1, it'll make it like a little cradle here to hold it better. Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I like that better, I think. Okay, so now what I got to do is I just got to, loop it off and turn it. And this is going to be my pendant. Now, you can put anything on here. It doesn't have to be a bird bead. It doesn't have to be a spool thing. Anything you want. You just put it on your wire, and whatever pleases you is good. It's all good. I just love these beads, and I wanted to feature them so that you could see how I like to use them. As we do have them at the site. This little bead, we have lots of this little bead at the website. I love them. Love, love, love them. They're check. And, of course, you know me. I love my check beads. So, alright. So I'm just going to kind of twist this over. See how far I get it. Not too far, actually. Javi's over here. You want to say hi, Javi?
Hello.
She's got a head cold today. Poor little thing. I don't know if we're going to get any rubber chicken today or not. Maybe when she renders the video, she'll do rubber chicken. She loves her rubber chicken. Anyways, okay, so that's off, but I've got kind of a little tail there that's not too good, so I've got to fix that. Push that in best I can. Like I say, I'll come back for this. I'll come back for that, okay? Now let's see, how straight did I get it? How's this going to look when I put it on a bale? Okay, that's already going wonky. It's not too bad, though. It's not too bad. Let's see, what can I do to straighten that up? See, it wants to go this way. Actually, though, that's okay if it goes this way. I got to get this one going this way for sure, so that when I put my bale on it, it's going the right way. This one's not going to matter so much, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just going to bend this out a little bit, and I'm just going to push this back a little bit. You know, sometimes you got to play with it a little bit. But yeah, this one I want it going sideways like this. This one down here doesn't have to. It can be going the other way. Because see, if I try to move it the other way and have them match, what it's doing is it's throwing it off. So it's going to be like this. That's it. It's going to be like this. Okay, so now what do I do? Oh, that's the other side. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, there we go. So now, what do we do to put them on the not chain, but the leather cord? If you've not done this before, it's so simple, and we have all the cool stuff to do it at BeadsWithBoutiques.com. I love, love, love these crimps. They're cord ends. These are brass ox ones, cord ends. They are for 2.5 millimeter. They are perfect for this cord because it's 2 millimeter. That means you're not going to have to fight to get the cord into the hole, so you can crimp it. So it's going to be super easy for you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off about 20 inches of this cord. So maybe 22 just because. And then I can always cut it a little bit. So I'm just measuring it up here. Okay, that's good. I'll take that off. And, you know, don't worry if you mess up the leather cord or whatever. You know, you get it too short. Just save it for something else if you got it wrong, because leather cord is another one of those things that is not expensive. The only time it gets to be annoying is when you don't have very much left and you mess it up, and then you got to wait to get more leather cord. So that's annoying. Okay, so now what am I going to do? Well, I probably should string this onto here first. I should string that on first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these nice big 10 millimeter, I think these are 10 millimeter, maybe they're 12s. Jumps are real heavy, and it's going to act as my bail. If you have a cute brass ox bail, or if you're using gold, or if you're using silver, whatever, that would be really good here. You know, but I don't, so this is what I'm doing. I'm using this for now. I could swap this out later. Okay, let's see. All right, here. So I'm just going to get this on here wherever. It'll go into position later. And then get this nice and closed, closed flush, you know, like I like to see. No lines, I want to be like totally straight across. And it is pretty much. Okay, so now I'm going to put my cord ends on. Why did I not put them on first? Well, I could have, because this is big, and it would have fit over them. But I just was concerned, so I thought, nah, I'll put them on last. So here's how that goes. Let me put this right in the middle so you can see it. Okay, first thing I want to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to pull this out, and get it pretty much in the middle, and then I'm just going to kind of bend it and pull. And so that I can get it pretty much straightened out so that it'll fall in the same place. I got this end a little bit long, not to worry, I'm going to clip it off. Don't need it. So it doesn't throw things off. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these on. So as simple as you do is you just thread that into the hole. And now it's fighting me. Why is that? Because when I cut it, I kind of splayed out. So I'm going to take a diagonal cut here on the end, and that will help me to get it into the hole. All right, now we're good. So now what I want to do is I'm going to be sure it comes up to the top here. Not too much over though, because you don't want to see it. Look what I did. One of them days, guys. Okay. So not over, because that'll look like something's wrong. Just to the top so you can just see it. Now, then what I do is I take my flat nose pliers, chain nose, whatever you call them, and I just smash it. This is soft enough. It's a pewter base, it does it. And if it's a zinc base, that would not work. It would not happen for you. But this is a pewter base, so it's good. So that's on there nice and flat. I like it that way. If you like it still round, then you'll have to play with it so it stays still round. That's all I gotta say. So now I'm gonna put the other side on. Okay, and then once again, I want to make sure that I don't have it poking out too far over the edge. You need to get it in there. If you want to put some glue in there, you can, but if you get this in the right place, you really don't have to. You really don't. Sometimes I turn over, get the other side. Okay, that's good enough. And I'll put my little end on it now. This one, this is where you'll hook it. I like to have a nice big one. I may change that. It might be a little bit too big. I like a big, nice big one so that you can hook it easy. You know, if you don't have a big enough one, you know, you're there playing around with it all day. Okay, so I got that on there. Now I've got a little one for the other side. Open that up with my jumpy tool, which we have at the website. Put this on here. And now I'm going to, whoops, clear. I'm going to thread on, I probably need to open that a little bit more. This is a 4mm jump. It probably would have been better if I'd had a 6, but this is going to work. It's going to be okay. So long as I don't get too fiddly fingered, then that could be an issue. We'll see. We'll see. Little Miss Brenda has too much coffee. What did I tell you? Yeah, 6 would have been better, and that's why. Right there. Let's close it. We'll do it. We'll get it. Come on. If I have to take this off camera and get it up closer to me, I will. But I don't want to. Yeah, this is going to be weird. So, we're not going to worry about it now. We know what to do about this, right? That is not acceptable. It's got to be fixed. But for now, it's on. And I just got to remember to fix it later, that's all. Because I would never want to give this to somebody or sell it like that or even wear it like that because it might not hold, you know. It might come apart and then they lose their necklace. Okay, this is good. Almost done. We have to put the little bottom part on it. So what am I going to use? Well, I have these nice ball-end head pins. Okay. And I am going to, on the end, I think a heart would be cute on the end. That's what I like. Here, let's put it in the middle so you can really see it. I like that. So I'm going to put this heart on. And then I think I'll put this little flowery thing on here. And maybe I will stick a gold one in there just for accent. No, that's not going to be good because when I turn this, it's not going to work out good. So what do I have here that I could use? You know what? Let's just do a berry bead. It'll work. I got enough end. Okay, let's just do a berry bead. Berry beads. That's pretty. Okay. So now all I got to do, is turn this and loop it. And then what I'll do is I could just attach it, you know, straight onto there, you know, loop it through that and have it all in one piece. But sometimes it gets a little bit kinked up that way and it won't move freely as I would like for it to. So I'm going to just settle that problem and not do that. I'm going to put a jump in there. Usually it's better. I'm not going to be able to wrap this too good because it's too tight. Whoops. Good thing Javi's over there. That was not workshop safety, guys. Don't do that at home. Okay, I'm gonna push this up here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll come back and get that later. You don't need to watch me do that. Okay, so now I just need a little jump and I'm good to go. There we are. Right over here. This little one. These aren't the greatest jumps either, these ones. These are not my normal ones. I got them and they're an iron base. And you know, the iron jumps are okay, but they just aren't quite. It's better to get brass or steel. Much better than to do those iron ones. I just happen to have a few, so I use them. Okay. That's on. So there it is. Here's my bird. Everybody's heard about the bird. Okay. So that's pretty much how it goes. Now, as far as, you know, it being a little better than that, you know, when you do it, it will be, because you'll have more time and you can refine the process and you can try this bead or that bead until you get it just right. But I do like the frayed edges here, and I probably would have painted that spool bead first, okay? So that's pretty much how that necklace goes. And I had made these accompanying earrings to go with the other one, which they don't not go with this. But we're not going to do the earrings this time because I like to keep my videos a little shorter than I have in the past. So we'll do that another time. But it shows you pretty much how I did that pendant. So go have some fun. Go through your bead stash, see what you've got. Find a little bit of Sari ribbon. If you don't have any, we have it. We have all this stuff that's on here at beadsboutiques.com too. So I hope you'll come over and give us a visit, because if you like boho, you'll be coming to the right place. We have tons and tons of stuff for boho, tons and stuff for vintage. Look, we have such pretty things. We have the 1928 parts that we're the only ones that have them. We have brass stampings and semi-precious beads and all the findings you could ever need. So you need to get yourself a little cup of coffee or a sandwich or whatever and come over to beadsboutiques.com and check out what we've got. You're going to have fun. So here's to your creativity, and we'll catch you next time.